Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Before AGI podcast. We're diving something today that's been blowing up all over the internet, AI art generator.
Oh, yeah, they're everywhere now.
Right? You just type in what you want and boom, the AI whips up an image.
It's like having a digital artist right there in your pocket.
Totally. And we're going to take a deep dive into this whole AI art world.
Absolutely.
Explore all these crazy generators out there, see what they can do.
Looking at their pros and cons and all.
Yeah. And you know what's really fascinating to me is how accessible all this is becoming.
It really is.
I mean, I remember when AI art was basically just a bunch of blurry pixels.
Uh-huh.
And now we've got programs like DALL-E
Deli too. Yeah.
creating these masterpieces.
It's amazing how quickly things have progressed.
It is wild. But there's actually a ton of other AI art generators out there besides DALL-E too.
A whole bunch of them, yeah.
Our listeners sent in a bunch of articles and videos on all kinds of different generators.
Oh, wow.
And honestly, it's kind of overwhelming.
I bet. Where do we even start?
Right. Like, how do we even begin to unpack all of this?
Well, maybe a good starting point would be Artbreeder.
Artbreeder, okay.
It's like the king of customization for images.
Oh, interesting.
You can blend different pictures together, enhance the quality, even turn a still image into an animation.
Wow. So if I wanted to create a creature for a video game or something, Artbreeder would be the way to go.
Definitely. You could take elements from different animals and combine them and really refine the image until you've got something completely new.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and it's a favorite among character designers for that reason.
I can see why. But what about if I'm more interested in playing around with different art styles?
Oh, you mean like turning a photo into a famous painting?
Yeah, exactly. Like making my selfie look like a Van Gogh or something.
Uh-huh. Well, then you'd want to check out deepart.io.
Deepart.io. All right.
Pure fun, that one.
It sounds like it.
You can upload any photo and transform it into the style of a famous artist. It's pretty cool.
That's hilarious. I can already see myself wasting hours on that.
Yeah, it's definitely more of a novelty than a professional tool, but
it's still super cool.
exactly. And it just goes to show how accessible AI art has become these days.
So we've got Artbreeder for series creators, Deepart.io for the fun stuff.
Right.
What else is out there?
Well, if you're looking for something truly mind-bending, there's Deep Dream.
Deep Dream. Okay, now you've got my attention.
This generator creates these incredibly surreal, almost psychedelic images.
Psychedelic. Like tie-dye and lava lamps?
Haha. Well, not quite. It's more like imagine feeding a landscape photo into the generator.
Okay.
Deep Dream might take that landscape and swirl it into this fantastical dreamscape, you know?
I think so, but it sounds pretty out there.
It is, filled with bizarre patterns and colors. It's very abstract.
So Deep Dream is less about practicality and more about just seeing what AI can do.
You got it. It's all about exploring the artistic potential of AI, not necessarily for practical use.
I can dig it, but let's say I am looking for something more practical.
Then there's GetIMG.
GetIMG. Okay. Tell me more.
GetIMG is like the Swiss Army knife of AI art generators.
Oh, wow.
It's got a massive library of AI models, including Stable Diffusion and even styles created by the community.
Seriously?
Yeah. And it also has built-in editing features, so you've got a lot of control.
So it's kind of a one-stop shop for AI art.
You could say that. It's perfect for experimenting with different styles and really fine-tuning your images.
Awesome. And what about for professionals who need images for commercial use?
Well, Shutterstock has jumped on the AI bandwagon.
Shutterstock, the stock photo website.
That's the one. They now have Shutterstock AI, which lets you generate images specifically for commercial purposes.
That's smart. It's definitely a growing market.
It is. AI-generated content is becoming huge in marketing and advertising.
Makes sense. So we've got GetIMG for the tinkerers, Shutterstock AI for the pros, and there's still so many more generators on our list.
There are. Starry AI, CF, Spark Photo.
Yeah, so many.
Maybe we could focus on a few key ones.
Okay, sounds good.
Like Starry AI, for example, stands out because it gives you some control over the runtime.
Runtime, what's that?
Basically, how long the AI spends generating your image.
Oh, okay.
The longer the runtime, the more detailed and refined the image becomes.
So it's kind of like choosing the quality setting on a video game.
Aha, yeah. Good analogy.
It really highlights how much is going on behind the scenes with AI art.
It does. And then there's CF Spark, which is perfect for anyone who wants to actually sell their AI art.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, you could create a design and sell it on T-shirts, mugs, all sorts of stuff.
So you can start a whole business around AI art.
Exactly. CF Spark provides a platform for that.
That's a game changer, especially for independent artists.
For sure. It gives them a way to reach a wider audience and build a brand.
Love it.
Okay, what else?
Well, there's Photor, which is all about giving you fine-grained control over your image.
Oh, wow.
You can tweak every little aspect, even down to things like the golden ratio.
A golden ratio. Now, there's a term I haven't heard in a while. Right. It's a mathematical concept used in art and design for ages to create visually pleasing compositions.
Yeah, I remember learning about it back in art school.
Well, Photor lets you adjust your image to align with this ratio.
That's pretty neat. AI art really is more than just a fad.
It definitely is. There's this whole ecosystem of tools and platforms emerging.
And they all cater to different needs and skill levels.
It's an exciting time to be involved with AI art, that's for sure.
It is. But we can't forget about Midjourney.
Ah, yes, Midjourney. Everyone's talking about it.
It's like the cool kid in school right now.
It's become incredibly popular.
Well, it's got that distinct Midjourney style that everyone loves.
Exactly. And it's super easy to use.
And it's built on Discord, which is interesting.
It is. It shows that AI art is a social thing, too.
Right. It's about the community sharing ideas and pushing boundaries together.
It's not just about creating in isolation.
Okay, so we've covered ArtBreederDeepArt.io, Deep Dream, Get IMG, Shutterstock, AI, Starry AI, CF, Spark, Photor, Midjourney.
Wow, that's quite a list. And we can't forget about the new kid on the block.
Who's that?
Ideogram AI.
Ideogram AI. Okay, I haven't heard of that one.
It's causing a stir because it can actually put text within the images it creates.
Wait, really?
Yep. Imagine a logo with the slogan right there in the design.
Wow.
Or typography art, where the words are part of the picture itself.
That's incredible. It's like merging graphic design and AI art.
It is.
Oh.
And it has this feature called Magic Fill.
Magic Fill.
Yeah, it's basically an advanced in-painting tool.
Okay.
You can remove stuff, add things, or fix imperfections in your images.
It's like having a digital retouching artist at your disposal.
Exactly.
It's amazing how far AI art has come.
Mm-hmm.
From blurry blobs to text-generating AIs.
The progress is astounding.
It really makes you wonder what's next.
It does. With all these generators out there, the big question is, how do we use them effectively?
That's a good question. It's like having all these amazing instruments, but needing to learn how to play them.
Perfect analogy. And in the world of AI art, the key is prompt engineering.
Prompt engineering. Sounds kind of technical.
It's not as complicated as it sounds. It's all about learning how to communicate with these AI models.
Oh.
You need to craft clear, concise, and creative prompts to guide the AI's creative process.
So it's like learning the language of AI art.
You could put it that way. The way you phrase your prompts has a huge impact on the final image.
I see. So if I just type in a cat, I can get anything.
Exactly. It could be a cartoon, a photo, anything.
But if I'm more specific, like a fluffy Persian cat with emerald eyes basking in sunbeams.
Now you're talking. The AI has a much clearer idea of what you want.
Gotcha. It's all about painting a picture with words.
Exactly. You can even specify the style, the medium, the mood, all sorts of things.
So I could say a photorealistic cat or a cat in the style of Picasso.
Absolutely. Or even a charcoal sketch of a cat.
Yeah.
Or a cat made of stained glass.
So cool. The possibilities are endless.
They really are. And as AI models get even better, mastering prompt engineering will be crucial for creating truly unique and innovative art.
I'm starting to see the power of it. It's like a whole new form of creativity.
It is. It's about using language to shape images.
And this is just the beginning of our deep dive. We've got a lot more to cover, like the practical uses of AI art, the ethical considerations, the impact on human artists.
All the big questions.
Right. And what it all means for the future of art and creativity.
It's a fascinating discussion.
Absolutely. So stay tuned for part 2 of our deep dive, where we'll explore those real-world applications of AI art.
It's going to be a good one. Welcome back to the Before AGI podcast. It's pretty amazing to see how this AI art stuff is going beyond just making cool pictures.
It really is. Last time we talked about all the different generators, but now it's like, okay, what can you actually do with them?
Exactly. It's not just about making cool stuff for Instagram anymore.
Right. We've got some research here about the real-world uses.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty impressive.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Like in marketing and advertising, for example.
Huge impact there.
Imagine you're a small business owner. You need some eye-catching visuals for your website or social media.
Right.
You might not have the budget to hire a whole design team.
Exactly. But with AI art generators, you don't need to.
It's like having a design team on demand.
For a fraction of the cost.
And it's not just about saving money either.
Right. It's about empowering people.
Right. Giving smaller companies and even individual creators the tools to compete.
To create professional-looking content.
Exactly. It's not just static images either.
Oh, yeah. Remember we were talking about ArtBreeder and how it can do animation?
Yeah.
That's a game changer for indie game developers and animators.
Seriously. Think about all those fantastical creatures we talked about before.
No, right? Now they can actually come to life.
They can move around, interact in a virtual world.
It's incredible. And think about education.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of boring old textbooks, AI can help create these amazing visuals.
That would have made school so much more fun.
Haha, right. Imagine learning about the solar system by actually flying through a 3D model of it. Oh, wow.
Or exploring the human body by zooming through veins and arteries.
It's like bringing those textbook illustrations to life.
Exactly. AI can make learning so much more engaging and intuitive.
Especially for visual learners.
For sure. It can really help make education more accessible for everyone.
That's awesome. But AI art isn't just about making things look pretty or easier to understand either.
That's about pushing creative boundaries.
Yeah. We've got some research here about AI being used for design inspiration.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
It's not just about generating the final product, but using AI as a brainstorming partner.
That's a really interesting concept.
Right. It's like having this digital brainstorming session.
Where you can throw out any idea, no matter how crazy.
And the AI can help you visualize it.
Exactly. It could completely revolutionize the design process.
In so many industries.
From architecture to fashion to product development.
So it's not about AI replacing human creativity.
No.
It's about amplifying it.
Giving us these new tools and possibilities.
It's like having this superpowered assistant who can help us explore all these crazy ideas.
I love that. But with all this potential, we also have to be realistic.
Of course.
There are challenges and potential downsides.
Absolutely.
Like the whole issue of copyright.
Yeah, who owns the rights to AI-generated art?
And how will this technology impact human artists?
Those are big questions.
They are. And they're not going away anytime soon.
No, they're only going to become more important as AI art becomes more prevalent.
We need to be having these conversations.
Open and honest conversations about the ethical implications.
It's like navigating uncharted territory.
We're exploring a new world, and we need to be careful.
But I'm optimistic.
Me too.
I think we can find solutions that harness the power of AI art.
While mitigating the risks.
It's a balancing act.
But it's a balancing act worth pursuing.
Yeah, absolutely. The future of AI art is full of promise.
But it's up to us to shape it responsibly.
That's a great point. And speaking of the future, that's actually what we'll be diving into in the final part of our deep dive.
Looking ahead.
Exploring the trends, the challenges, the possibilities that lie ahead for AI art.
It's going to be fascinating.
So make sure you join us for part 3. And welcome back to the Before AGI podcast for the final part of our deep dive into AI art generators. We've covered so much ground already.
We have, from all the different generators out there to how people are actually using them.
Right. But now it's time to look ahead. Gaze into the crystal ball.
Ooh, I like that.
And ask what's next for AI art.
It's the question on everyone's mind, I think.
And one of the most exciting trends I'm seeing is just how accessible this technology is becoming.
Oh, absolutely.
Like the tools are getting more user-friendly and the cost is going down.
Exactly. It's opening up this whole world of creativity to more people.
It's like the democratization of creativity.
I love that. Democratization of creativity.
Right. It used to be that you needed all this specialized training and expensive equipment to make art.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
But AI is changing all of that.
It really is. Now, anyone with a computer and an internet connection can be an artist.
And the art itself is getting better, too.
Oh, yeah. The quality is improving all the time.
We're seeing new algorithms, better resolution, and even the ability to generate 3D models with AI.
3D models? That's a game changer.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Imagine a world where AI can create photorealistic 3D models of anything you can imagine.
That's where we're headed.
And what does that mean for the future of art? Like, will we even be able to tell the difference between human-made art and AI-generated art?
That's a question a lot of people are asking.
Because as these AI models get more sophisticated and are trained on more and more data,
yeah,
the quality is just going to keep getting better and better.
To the point where even the experts might not be able to tell the difference.
Right. It really makes you think about what it means to be an artist in the digital age.
Deep thoughts. But let's not get too existential just yet.
Uh-huh. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
We also have some research here about how AI art is going to intersect with other emerging technologies.
Oh, yeah, like what?
Like virtual reality and augmented reality.
Oh, wow, now we're talking.
Imagine stepping into a virtual world where everything you see is generated by AI.
It would be like living inside a painting.
A constantly evolving interactive painting.
You could explore fantastical worlds, interact with AI characters, create your own art within those spaces.
The possibilities are endless. It's like the ultimate immersive experience.
And AI could even personalize those experiences based on your preferences.
Like a virtual museum that changes based on your artistic tastes.
Exactly, or an educational platform that adapts to your learning style.
It's like having a custom-designed reality just for you.
Pretty cool, huh?
It is. But of course, we have to acknowledge the potential downsides as well.
Of course.
We've talked about copyright and the impact on human artists.
Right.
And as AI art gets more powerful, those issues are just going to become more complex.
So you need to think about intellectual property rights in a whole new way.
Because AI can generate so many variations of an idea so quickly.
It's mind-boggling.
And then there's the potential for misuse. Could AI art be used to create fake news or harmful imagery?
It's a possibility that we can't ignore.
So we need safeguards guidelines and an ongoing conversation about how to use this technology ethically.
We need to be proactive.
It's a responsibility that falls on all of us.
From developers to artists to policymakers.
We're all stakeholders in the future of AI art.
That's a good way to put it.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I'm left with a sense of awe and a little bit of caution.
I know what you mean.
The future of AI art is full of incredible possibilities, but it's not without its challenges.
It's a powerful tool that we need to use wisely.
Exactly. And I think the key is to stay informed, stay engaged, and keep asking the tough questions.
Keep the conversation going.
Well said. A huge thank you to our listeners for joining us on this journey into the world of AI art.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
We hope you've enjoyed it.
We've only just scratched the surface, but hopefully it's given you a taste of what's to come.
And if you're hungry for more, be sure to check out Ian Ochieng's YouTube channel.
Ian Ochieng AI.
He's got tons of great tutorials and insights into the technical side of AI art.
He's the best.
And don't forget to subscribe to the Before AGI podcast for more explorations into the world of artificial intelligence.
We're always diving into the latest and greatest in AI.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep creating, and keep wondering.